Well, we were all stoked and ready to make Bizarro Au Go Go, and boy, did we have no idea what was about to happen.
One beyond Bizarro Au Go Go. One beyond Bizarro Au Go Go.
So one of the first characters I came up with for the new Bizarro Au Go Go is this character called Auggie. I'm not really sure. It's very like sort of Robert Smith inspired. It's a little bit of like the weird lady from House, the movie House. It's like, where's your son, Roger? And like that aesthetic mixed with my. When I first moved out to LA, I was only like 20. I couldn't even get into like any of the bars or anything, and I didn't have any friends. So I would just go to a club called Blue Mondays, where they would just play 80s music. And I would go there and I would smoke clove cigarettes, and I would just hope that someone would talk to me. And I was pretty, regardless of what you might think, I'm actually kind of shy when it comes to talking to people that I don't know, or going out of my way to talk to people that I don't know. And I think Auggie sort of embodies that like shy, awkward part of me that just loves Robert Smith and 80s and dark wave. Nobody really knows what Auggie is, what's Auggie's deal. Auggie is just Auggie, an enigma. I envision Auggie living in this, I guess Kirk Thatcher actually told me it's called Memphis style. It's like sort of 90s Saved by the Bell, like weird hard lines and bright colors. So that's kind of Auggie's house. I'm going to do a miniature set and then film it on a green screen for the actual show. So while I'm writing the script for the first episode of Bizarro Au Go Go, which features Auggie, I go ahead and start also simultaneously making all of Auggie's pieces parts. We're going to have Rannie be Auggie because she is the most easily accessible person and she loves wearing makeup, and I already have all of her life casts, so that's what we're going to do. So to pull off Auggie, I want this really long, gross, kind of foldy neck, no chin, long face, crazy 80s hair. So to do this, I'm gonna need to make a cowl, which is a prosthetic that goes around the neck, the head, and the shoulders. And then I'm gonna make another piece called that's for the face. I'm gonna do a separate face prosthetic. So we'll slip the head on over it, and then we'll apply the face on top of the cowl. And this is how I did it on Face Off pretty much all the time. Cowl and a face, cowl and a face. You guys know the terms if you watch Face Off. So my aesthetic, I love big lips and big teeth. And I want to give Auggie big teeth, but then I started talking to Rannie about it.
But I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like he'd look really good with like tiny teeth, big gums, just kind of, you know, just make him look a little awkward. I don't know. I feel like if he had the big goofy teeth, he'd be a little too scary.
I think she's right. I don't know. Let's try little tiny teeth and big gums. Just get this big gummy, weird, awkward smile. I think it's gonna soften the image, and yeah, Rannie's totally right. So we're gonna go with that.
So we're super stoked to get started on Bizarro. We have the script written and everything, contacting our friends to get started, and boom.
Stay the fuck at home. Like, seriously.
I knew it was a thing. It wasn't a thing. I knew it was a thing. Always goo goo gaga, boo boo pee pee. Goo.
Seriously, do not listen to that guy. Stay the fuck at home. Do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? They tell me I didn't, and then they tell I don't know.
The coronavirus hits America hard fucking core. We're in California. We were one of the first states to go into quarantine. And that sure put a screeching halt to our Bizarro Au Go Go plans.
So with all this social distancing that is mandatory, we're just going to start making our own fun shit with just me and Cig, you know, like back in the day, you know, without models. We'll see how that goes.
I still have everything made for Auggie, so we're gonna move forward and we're gonna shift a little bit, thinking on our toes, and we're gonna start doing Bizarro Au Go Go Presents, which are like short stories involving the characters of Bizarro Au Go Go, but they aren't actually the full Bizarro Au Go Go episodes. It's kind of fun because it's forcing us to think outside of the box and figure out how we're gonna do this with just me and her.
That inspired us to like write a bunch of different scenes with this character. What Auggie would be doing if they were to be forced to quarantine. I forget what I was gonna say.
So today is the day we're doing Auggie. I've been excited. I've been waiting for this day for a while now. And then we have a few props to make first. And then, I don't know, we just kind of snowball ideas as we go along and figure out.
Winging it, that's what we do.
So let's see what our ideas turn into by the end of today. All it takes is one little catalyst to set our minds on fire. And that catalyst was Joe Bagley.
So we got these arts and crafts. These are funny. Just some googly eyes. Oh, I want to use those, put them on Tupac or something.
I do this little bag friend that do a little bit of this action. Put some googly eyes on there. It's gonna be kind of creepy actually.
And then as we were making the puppet, we came up with all these ridiculous ideas that really just, like, I don't know, everything just came together. It was like fucking magic. And in true Bizarro fashion, it just got weirder and weirder.
So we started making the paperback guy and just like came up with this entire story of Auggie smothers him to use him for toilet paper, and then he just haunts Auggie.
We're gonna put this like eye on him.
It's fucking scary, dude. This thing just like staring at you like from across the room.
We should draw like veins on him and stuff.
So we're just gonna try to sum up our feelings of quarantine, and then real life events are starting to influence the work now, and it's becoming a cohesive story that's just starting gelling like the day of we decide to do this makeup. How Bizarro Au Go Go is that?
Actually, makeup application didn't take very long. I think it was probably like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because Cig had it pre-painted. We did a live Twitch video.
Man, seeing Rannie in the makeup for the first time, it never gets old. Like, I got into making monsters because I wanted to bring to life things that don't exist. And special effects lets you do that in a way that almost no other art form can. Like, I can do a sculpture that can sit on a shelf and it can have character and it can look alive, but in makeup effects, I can put the sculpture on a person and it literally comes to life. And it's just every single time. It brings me so much fucking joy to see a creature like come to life.
But once I saw myself in the whole getup with the big fucking belly and the hair and the red lips, I was really excited.
Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. It's totally like, this is Auggie. That's what I wanted to make. Auggie is more attractive than I was expecting. And oh my god, Rannie just like brought it to life so beautifully. Like, there's something about Rannie that still shines through Auggie's makeup, and it just makes for such an endearing, sweet character that's also kind of disturbing.
Just acting out these different scenes. So I'm playing some train with my best friend, you know. He's not gonna win.
Also, we fucking love this game. Ticket to Ride. It's the shit.
Like, I really love doing the scene where I was karaoke with my best friend. What? Shut the fuck up. Troy, the puppet. I named him Troy. I don't know. I felt like he looked and felt like a Troy.
I call him Joe Bagley. Rannie calls him Troy Bagley. I don't know. He's definitely more of a Joe Bagley, in my opinion. But, you know, hey, whatever. And then eventually the story develops. Then it got really dark, and it took on this like Tales from the Crypt like horror vibe. I love that we have this endearingly bright and cheery, slightly disturbing creature. Then they abruptly become the villain, and then they abruptly become the victim, and then you feel bad for them again. And it's just like this roller coaster of like dark, like happy, sad, confused emotions. And we never intended any of this. Like all of this idea just came through in a day. It was just like flowing out of us. And it started to morph into something new and different and better every step of the way. Dude, I just stared at you. Oh my god, when it came time to shoot the murder of Joe Bagley, in the day that we made this guy, we already became really attached to him, and both of us felt really horrible.
So when I had to murder my best friend, Troy, I felt really guilty, actually. I felt like really fucking sad. Like I like got the pillow and I was like, I guess this is it. In my head, like, I'm sorry, buddy. Shh. Don't fight it. You don't hear it because he dubbed over it, but I'm like, don't fight it. Don't fight it. God damn it, don't fight it. Oh, don't fight it. Oh no. Oh no.
And then he stops. When you edit things, you have to watch the video over and over. And I'm just like cutting this video together about this creature like suffocating this like adorable paper bag man that I developed a like for. And in addition to that, I'm just like hearing this song just drone on like, and it's just like at some point like I came out of the room and I was just like, Rannie, like I'm like, oh man, this is like, I just feel so dark and like sad. Like it's so evocative. So it really like infused those emotions into parts 4 and 5. And I think it really comes across.
Oh, we also had so much fun like making the puppet. Like the puppet came out way funnier than we thought.
So now that he took him out, then we wanted to end with, he comes back, you know, Tales from the Crypt style. So then I had to create the evil Mr. Bagley, which cracks me up, man. I just added some lips to him and smeared him in poop.
Actually, I think finding those glasses is what inspired us to make the zombie version, because I didn't think we were gonna go there initially, and I'm glad we have both now. I should have them. You know, we got OG Troy over here, we got like fucking dead Troy. Like, fuck you, you murdered me, and I'm covered in shit, Troy. Yeah.
And it was all too perfect. We just had all this shit laying around our house and we just like threw it together to start making something fucking magical. How cool is that? Like how awesome and creatively rewarding is it to just like find shit in your house, come up with a story, and then share it with the world? Like I was just having so much fun. Like I love it. And it feels good to be back to like really just playing around in these creative arenas again. Bizarro Au Go Go.
It's kind of like how Bizarro was made. We kind of just like get inspired by one thing and then we just build on each other's ideas.
I think the spontaneity of how we work together is part of the magic of Bizarro Au Go Go.
Yeah, we kind of like, they have this like mind meld when we like do work on Bizarro stuff, because it's like I'll think of something and then he'll like add to it and then I'll add to it, and it's just like, I don't know, we just kind of become the same mind. We can't not talk about the fucking songs because like, we didn't initially plan on having songs, but Cig was like, as he was editing the videos, he was like, this needs a song, and he'd go into his little room and fucking do his song magic and come out with like really catchy, funny songs that were like so perfect.
So I just love making music, and it's weird, like I've never been like classically trained in music or anything. I know what feel I want to go for, so I go to my Fruity Loops and then I find that feel and then I just add the words on top of it, and then it just paints this like makes you feel away, and then the words tell a story, and then I get these like fucking ridiculously catchy songs. Like I could not get the Isolation Bestie or Socially Distant out of my head. Any of these songs I come up with and edit video, they're just like ingrained in my brain for like weeks after. I'll wake up and they're the first thing in my head, and then when I go to sleep, they're the last thing in my head. It's like, it's almost a little bit maddening, especially when you're cutting together something about quarantine and someone losing their mind. Then you're kind of just have these songs over and over in your head while you're in quarantine, and it's almost insanity inducing a little bit.
So we didn't get to get started on Bizarro the way we wanted to initially, but actually just making this first Auggie set of videos was really fun and inspiring. Like, it really reminded us of how fun it was to just fucking make shit, because original Bizarro, we didn't really have a script. We kind of just went for it, and it was improv. I was improvising. That's the word. I feel like I still have puppets on my hand and I don't know where to look. Doing Bizarro that way is like really rewarding to me, and I like really had so much fun being Auggie.
Well, and we're wrapped.
Yep.
You look like you are wrapped.
Yeah.
Like you wrapped
Stick a fork in me. I am.
This is so sad. It got so fucking dark. Like, I don't even know what this is gonna be like when we put it together.
This is gonna be tragic and beautiful. I look like Alice Cooper. So, I mean, it looks like the social distancing is being extended in real time. I feel like I'm like about to burp. So the socially distancing. So the social distancing, it's actually going to be implemented even longer. So we're going to be able to just keep making, or going to be able to, or we're going to have to keep making shit. Just me and Cig, and maybe with Tupac. And I'm okay with it, actually. It was fun. It's fun doing all these weird improv things and just being creative on the fly.
I don't work too well with people that are too rigid or technical. I end up driving them crazy, and they kind of drive me crazy too.
I'm an Aries. I like that shit. I'm just like, let's just do it. I don't care about a fucking plan. What plan? Let's just go for it and see what fucking happens. So
people see the end result of what I do and they think I must have done so much planning and put so much forethought into it, but actually the secret is I underplan things, because when you underplan, you can't overthink. I think the true, purest, genuine, creative, good stuff is the stuff that flows out first. Think about it. 9 times out of 10, you creatively overthink something because you're trying to compare it to something else. You're like, is this good? Is this good? Better than this? Or, blah, blah. But dude, fuck comparison. I'm trying to show people something they've never seen before. And you know what they've never seen before? Me. You know what else they've never seen before? You. So no matter what you do, it's something that nobody's ever seen before. Think on that one. But don't overthink it.
It's gonna be fun. Next time on Beyond Bizarro Au Go Go.
Oh my god, that guy's got a salad.
oh, Joe Necrotic thing. Everyone's obsessed with Tiger King.
All it takes is one good pun to spur me and Rannie into Bizarro Au Go Go action.
The becoming of Joe Necrotic. I'm excited about it. It's fucking weird. It's creepy. Special effects are gonna be really, there. Yeah.
Beyond Bizarro Au Go Go blood. Beyond Bizarro Au Go Go.